a former security director for the U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee, admitted Monday that he lied to the FBI about contacts with 3 reporters. James Wolfe was arrested and indicted in June as part of an investigation into how journalists got access to classified materials. The Justice Department said Monday that Wolfe's involvement was limited to disclosing unclassified, but not otherwise publicly available, information. Federal investigators seized large numbers of phone records and emails this year from New York Times national security reporter Ollie Watkins, who had a 3-year relationship with Wolfe, 32 years her senior. Wolfe is married to a former senior FBI official. He has insisted he never shared classified information with Watkins. But the FBI focused on Wolfe, in part because agents suspected he was the source for an article Watkins wrote in April 2017 while working for BuzzFeed. She had also previously worked for The Huffington Post, McClatchy, and Politico. Watkins reported in the story that Carter Page, a former foreign policy advisor to Donald Trump's 2016 campaign, was recruited by a Russian spy. Communications records seized by the FBI revealed later that Wolfe spoke to Watkins a half-hour after the story was published. President Donald Trump said in June, after Wolfe's indictment was made public, that he was a very important leaker. "It could be a terrific thing," he told reporters. Trump emphasized that "I'm a very big believer in freedom of the press, but I'm also a believer that you cannot leak classified information." Wolfe could be sentenced to 5 years and a $250,000 fine on December 20, but federal guidelines suggest he will draw a 6-month prison term. Share this article. Share his job, which he held for nearly 3 decades, gave him access to the most sensitive materials flowing back and forth between the Senate and the White House. He also oversaw some of the Intelligence Committee's probe of claims the Russian government interfered with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Wolfe's attorneys underscored on Monday that he was never charged with leaking any classified information. Jim has accepted responsibility for his actions and has chosen to resolve this matter now so that he and his family can move forward with their lives, the lawyer said. "We will have much more to say about the facts and Jim's distinguished record of nearly 3 decades of dedicated service to the Senate and the intelligence community at his sentencing hearing." The Times moved Watkins away from Washington over the summer and assigned her to a different beat in New York with close supervision under a senior mentor, according to a statement from the paper's executive editor Dean Baquet. "We are troubled by Ollie's conduct, particularly while she was employed by other news organizations," he wrote. "For a reporter to have an intimate relationship with someone he or she covers is unacceptable. It violates our written standards and the norms of journalism." Watkins' contact with Wolfe had begun while she was still in college. He gave her a pearl bracelet when she graduated in May 2014. Friends of Watkins say her relationship with Wolfe did not begin until the following autumn. Baquet wrote in a staff memo that no one has challenged the accuracy of Watkins' stories and said she was not well served by her. Some of her former editors at other publications failed to respond appropriately to her disclosures about her relationships.